It's Song Talk Radio.
Welcome to Song Talk Radio, the show with songwriters talking to other songwriters about the craft of songwriting. We share tips, tools, and techniques, and together we all become better at writing songs. Dialing in from our headquarters in Toronto, I'm Neil Modi, and with me, my co-host, Phil Emery. How you doing, Phil?
Doing pretty good. Back in Toronto, but my stuff isn't set up yet, so we're kind of flying a bit rough today. But hopefully, it'll be better by next week once I find all my stuff in boxes.
Yes.
So lots of stuff in boxes. Yeah.
Flying a bit rough, but the skies are clear, so we'll be good.
Yeah.
All right. For everyone else, please send your comments and questions to at Song Talk Radio on Facebook or Instagram. Feedback at songtalk.ca for the email, and we'll share your thoughts on the show. And please visit songtalk.ca to see the show post for this episode, to find links to resources we mention, and to download lyric and chord sheets to follow along with the songs that we feature. Today, we're very pleased to welcome Americana singer-songwriter Mia Kelly to the show. How are you, Mia?
I am so good. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Thanks for joining us on the show.
Happy to be here.
Be a good one, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You're dialing into us from Gatineau, Quebec. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Amazing. At least we're all in the same time zone.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
A nice change.
Yes. Okay, before we get to Mia's great stuff, another heads up for our songwriting challenge for 2026, which has officially dropped now for several weeks, is to write a traditional country song, whatever that means to you. And thank you to the couple of people who have already submitted your answers, listeners that have submitted your answers to the challenge, which is amazing. Phil and I will be sharing our answers to the challenge sometime after the summer. We haven't set our dates yet. And then, of course, we'll be featuring our listeners' answers to the challenge. So thanks again to everyone who's been sending in your songs already. A bunch of keeners.
I'll say, yeah.
Yeah, which is fantastic. And we
and they're great songs, too.
Yeah, they're amazing songs, and we are compiling them. So rest assured, if you send yours in to feedback at songtalk.ca, send us your MP3 and the lyric sheet and a little blurb in the email, a little paragraph about what you went through in the songwriting process, then we'll be sure to feature your song on one of the listener episodes for the challenge later on this fall. So that'll be great fun, as we've been doing for the last several years. This has always been amazing.
Great stuff.
Absolutely. Okay, on to the main event. Through lush folk and earthy Americana, singer-songwriter Mia Kelly from Gatineau, Quebec, Canada, establishes herself as a spellbinding voice, blurring the lines between intimate memoir and compelling semi-fictional narratives. Performing in both French and English, Kelly enthralls listeners with a distinctive blend of folk, rock, and blues. Tonight we'll be talking to Mia about her song Blind Horse. Be sure to download the lyric sheet on the show post at songtalk.ca to follow along. Let's take a listen.
I got the keys to the city. When I got my skin, my bones, I call the dark sky pretty. There is grit I'll never know. I use my hands to rock the cradle. You use yours to rule the world. One more blind horse in the stable. One more naive little girl. Ooh, and lucky are the ones for whom the shoe fits right. Lucky are the pretty, the wealthy, and the wise. Lucky are the babies sleeping through the night. traveled my way across the country, overturning every stone, tearing down to the in-between. There is grief I'll never know. Ooh, and lucky are the men for whom the shoe fits right. Lucky are the pretty, the wealthy, and the wise. Lucky are the babies sleeping through the night. Lucky are the ones who get to watch the fate. To be dipped in gold, to be dipped in ice. The referee's calling it a fair fight, but I'll tell you now, they rigged the race with coins on the horses leading first place. First place. Ooh, and lucky are the ones for whom the shoe fits right. Lucky are the pretty, the wealthy, and the wise. Lucky are the babies sleeping through the night. Lucky are the ones who get to watch the fate. I got the keys to the city.
Very cool.
Very cool
Thank
indeed.
you.
There's a little detail that you did, which I really love. So in your chorus, which is mostly the same, but you actually did one little variation in one of the, which is "Lucky are the men for whom the shoe fits right."
Yeah.
And I just love that little detail. Just a little bit of a variation,
Yeah.
but it really kind of grabs the ear because it's just a little bit different, but not much. It's a really lovely little detail.
Thank
Was
you.
it was a melodic variation? I think I've
No, just a
kind of picked
lyric.
up on it. Just the okay,
So in every course, it's lucky are the ones, lucky are the ones,
right?
and in one of the courses, it's lucky are the men.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 Because yeah, actually, your courses aren't identical, but they're pretty close.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's and again, it's a long wordy chorus.
Mm-hmm.
I've been
Yeah.
commenting about this on the last few episodes of our show because we're always getting songwriters now with long wordy choruses. No one ever does like a 3-word chorus anymore, it seems. But
Doesn't cut it these days.
yeah, but I actually really appreciate the chorus because your verses are very steeped in imagery and there's wonderful melodies and there's a great vibe to the whole thing and some really interesting images and stuff, but you don't really get a sense of the thesis of the song, the emotional core, what this song is really trying to tell me until you hit those choruses. It really spells it out much more plainly.
Completely.
And still in a really nice kind of poetic way, right? Like
Thanks.
with the images there that are just a little bit clearer than in your verses.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Are you a lyrics person first or a music first person? Have you, or how did it work for this song? I'm sure it varies.
They come together. It's very, it never happens where they come separately.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I'm always, the only time that I've written without a melody was just the other day in the car, and I was writing to another song's melody. that I had in my head, and I was just making my own verses and my own versions of these verses, and then I ended up changing the melody completely for it to be, you know, my own song and not just a riff of this song. But when I'm writing, I always have an instrument with me, and or if I don't have an instrument with me, the words come with a melody, and I'll be driving and I'll be singing it into my phone. But they never come just words or just melody.
So you sit down with your guitarist, right? You sit down with your guitar,
yeah,
and like real words, real phrases, stuff are coming out, or do you sort of do filler lyrics with like goobly goop and nonsense or whatever first?
It's funny. I'm not one of those songwriters who like dedicates a day or an hour every day or that kind of thing. I very much I would love to be that disciplined, but I'm just not. And it's whenever it comes, and it all kind of comes tumbling out together. And so often I will have like kind of a full verse or a full chorus idea just kind of fall out. And then it's kind of, then it's kind of the Tetris puzzle of identifying, is this a chorus? Is this a verse? What part of the song is this? What does the other part need for it to be complementary, and where is it going emotionally, and all those other steps. But the building blocks kind of all come kind of in one bit, whether that's a chorus or a verse or whatever, or just sometimes even a sentence. And then I'll come and I'll pull from my huge bank of words I want to use in songs and phrases I want to use in songs that I have just stored in my journals and in my notes on my phone. And
so do you have like a book where you keep a list of all these things, or how do you keep track of this?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
I do. This is one of them. But I also, on my phone, I have, if you and I are chatting and you say something that catches my ear, it will go into my list. And the opening line for Blind Horse actually is one of those, where I was talking to a man who is in a position of power in the music industry, and he was acknowledging it. And he was just telling me, he's like, you know what, Mia, like I got the keys to the city. And I was like, oh, right. That's good. Like, I like that expression. And so I wrote it down.
Yes, you write that down. I got the key. Okay, that's a great line. That's a cool line. You don't know necessarily it's going to be the opening line to the song.
No idea.
But when you, I mean, I guess in this, knowing what the song is about, or guessing what the song is about, that line of lyric did give you the idea, the actually foundation of what the song is going to be about. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I think the idea came from a moment that happened on tour a few years ago, where I was going through the news and witnessing, the horrors of genocide and war and just a ton of completely unfair atrocities that are happening. And then being pulled out of it because I had to sound check and I just got to like turn my phone off and leave and whatever. And then that really struck me. And that day I started writing Blind Horse about the kind of concept of privilege. And I wanted to write a song that was very directed towards all of these different kinds of privilege that are steeped in a lot of our lives that just kind of goes unseen. And then I probably went through my notes of lines and saw that line and I was like, oh, well,
it fits.
It's the perfect thing, And so I can't remember exactly how it all pieces together, but it's cool being able to like make pieces of the puzzle for myself later on, capturing bits of song that I know I'm going to use in 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And it's like a chipmunk and nuts, just like squirreling them away in my teeth, and just like and hiding them in the
You're storing them away for winter, right?
Did the song go through a lot of editing or tweaking? Oh, really? Okay.
also kind of sometimes wish I did, but I do very little editing. It kind of comes out the way it comes out. And unless there's something that really strikes and comes out at me that I'm like, oh, that was just kind of a placeholder. But very often it's birthed as is. Do you know what I mean?
It sounds like you finish songs fairly quickly. You don't deliberate over them very much. You don't start them and then finish them a year later or something. It's within a very short time.
And it's happened a few times, but a lot of the time it's very much kind of, it's happening now. And then, within 30 minutes to a couple hours, sometimes I need to go, for a surf or a walk or a whatever and get it all out. But sometimes it also just like, it feels like I'm like throwing it up. Like I had it happened last year when I was driving, and this song like came so vividly that I needed to pull over, and I was in my van and I got my guitar out and then had a song. Just I was like, I don't know who wrote that. It wasn't
you.
No one else did that. I just tapped in.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was crazy.
No, but he just tapped in. But I mean, this is something that we haven't talked about on the show for a long time. But like the head versus the heart kind of thing, where you can do like, it sounds like you've done enough of the work to capture these little snippets. You probably you're filing them away. I don't know if you're tagging them as such, with different types of content, or whether it's just a gigantic mass of stuff. But they're there, right? You'll be able to flip through them, and you're able to arrive at a place where you're happy with your results fairly quickly because you've done some of that work already, right?
Totally.
You've laid the seeds, you've laid the foundation, put down the seeds for something to grow, and then when the opportunity comes, and you get that flash of inspiration, so to speak, then you've got all this stuff to be able to do it,
library,
and not get stuck, because a lot of the time because that's a great idea for a song. Now what? And you get
totally
sort of stuck, right?
So when you get these ideas for songs, are you you're kind of grabbing them as they come out? It's not like you've got this idea and then you come back in a week or something.
No, it's urgent. It's never and it's also not that often. Like I'm writing, I'll go months and months without writing anything. And then 3 songs will come in a week. And then sometimes it's more sporadic, sometimes it's more consistent, but I'm never really forcing it. And so when it comes, I'm like grabbing on, and I'm really like trying to squeeze it out and trying to also make space. And I think that's a huge thing for songwriting for me, is just making sure that that the door is open, and that I'm making space in my life, whether it's social, like my time alone, or time being active, or time being in nature, or time with people who are inspiring me, or time reading other people's work that allows me to kind of have those parts of my brain that are working. And so that's a huge part of the work for me, is making sure that I'm feeding the parts of my brain that are collecting.
So I mean, you're being really intentional about the way you live your life then.
Yeah, I try to be. And then sometimes I can't, because I'm touring or very busy or whatever, and then I won't write a song, and then I'll come home and it'll all sit with me for a bit, and I go, now a bunch of songs.
Which is really nice. I wanted to ask you about one very specific thing about your song, and then in the chorus there's a little bit of this asymmetrical thing going on, right? Where it's like you're in the groove, and then there's a 2/4 bar. There's a 4/4 bar. There's 2 4/4 bars. Then there's an extra 2 beats, and I think it's because you want, for whom the shoe fits right, and you want to hang on to that vowel sound and stretch it out, so you got those extra 2 beats before you get back into the lucky which is a great hook, by the way. But I'm just curious, like how, like did that just spill out that way, or was it a conscious thing?
Very little of it is being I'm not trying to be clever, do you know what I mean? Or like trying to, it's not intentional, it's how it's spilled out. Before recording it, I probably didn't even know that was the case.
Yeah.
It was just how the song is. And
Right.
when we recorded it, I wanted the part that I wanted the lyrics to be the like really stand out. I wanted you to be able to be drawn in and listen to the very words of the song and not be kind of distracted. I'm really pleased with how the production came out, but yeah, I wanted the message to come across quite clearly, and so I think any micro choices, whether intentional or not, had that in mind, had that kind of message first platforming behind it.
How did the song actually start? It just started with you and the guitar sort of coming up. You said you had the concept for the song first.
Yeah, I think I how did it go? I had my guitar for sure. I was in this green room. I can see it in my head. I was on the floor. I was in Birmingham, and I wrote it all kind of spilled out, and then I went and did my sound check, and I played it during sound check. So yeah, it just well, as in like it was running through my head, and so I just played it.
Oh, so you played it for the sound check. Okay.
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. I didn't play it during the show, but
yeah.
But yeah, I think the chords and the melody and the words kind of all come rushing in together.
And are you aware, at least in the back of your mind, what chords you're playing, or do you just know the sort of shapes on the guitar that kind of work?
I was, and it's funny, I was and now I'm not, because I wrote it in standard and now I play it in DAEAAE. So it's like this beautiful open tuning that I stole from Leif Volbeck when I was trying to learn his song Moondog, and then kind of just started playing Blind Horse with this in this tuning, and now I couldn't tell you. Now they're just shapes, and I was just noodling about.
But the chords are the same, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm not a guitarist, but I'm actually curious, like when you stumbled upon that, or when you it sounds like you were deliberate about that. Actually, when you said I'm going to try this open tuning, what did that really give you? Did it just sounded more something?
Well, I think I just loved how I love that tuning. I think it's so beautiful and feels, because it's a drop tuning, and so it feels really open and fat and warm, but also has this kind of jangly, like, almost like sparkly highs on the high strings, and the double A and the E at the top are just kind of really shining, and I think it's beautiful. And
what's the tuning?
DAEAAE.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or no, that's it. Yeah, that's it. It's because there's a other variation which is the same thing, just like a full step down, and I was gonna say, but it's the same thing. So
yeah.
Essentially the same thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's good. I want to try.
Yeah, it's fun. It's really beautiful, and just like you just honestly just strum the guitar and it sounds stunning, and you're like, gotta do something with this. And since then I've written a bunch of stuff in that tuning, and it's great.
Oh, that's great. So is this a single that you've released, or?
Yeah. So it is one of the singles that came out before I put out the full record a month ago tomorrow. And so this one came out in November, and the whole record, came out last month.
And how many tracks on the record?
11 tracks.
Full album.
Full album. It's my third one, and I'm really
releasing on vinyl.
Yeah, I've got some with me. Yeah, I can bring you some next time I'm in Toronto. But yeah,
nice.
All I knew now is a record player.
Yeah, well, there we go. But
are you doing
beautiful? Sorry.
Are you doing any co-writing at all?
I am. There's a couple songs on the record that are co-writes, and I do. I kind of both do intentional co-writing where my publicist will kind of hook me up with a songwriter that he thinks will work well with. And I've done that a few times. I did it with um, a singer-songwriter from the East Coast by the name of Logan Richard. And he's now become a friend, and we did some writing together. But then often I have a lot of musician friends that I'm spending a lot of time with on the road. And so I've done a fair bit of writing with my friend Blair Dunlop, who is from the UK, who's a fantastic singer-songwriter. And yeah, I try to co-write as much as I can. I think it's a challenging thing and opens kind of new doors.
How do you do it with your friend from the UK? You guys have Zoom meetings together and jam, or do you just email MP3s back and forth or something?
Well, the first time we wrote together, I had written kind of the bones of a song, and I needed a chorus, and the chorus just wasn't working for me. And he writes incredible hooks. Like he's and I love his songwriting. And so we were freshly friends, and I called him. We'd met at a conference in the States, and I called him and asked him if he wanted to like work on it with me. And so we did this kind of Zoom call, and we kept muting each other and just like, okay, I'm going to go away with this idea. And then he'd come back and what about this? And I was like, great. And so he ended up writing the melody to one of the choruses of a song off my last record. And then he and I became really good friends since then and have done 4 or 5 tours together. So co-writing when you're on tour is significantly easier because you're spending so much time together.
Yeah, like why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, amazing. Okay, I think I'm hearing the band. That's all the time we have on Song Talk Radio. Special thanks to Mia Kelly. Where can our listeners find out more about you and hear some more music?
Everywhere on the socials, on the streaming platforms under Mia Kelly. Yeah, I've got all the socials, the Instagrams and the TikToks and the Facebooks and all of those. Pretty easy to find. MIAKELLY.
Awesome. And we'll definitely put a link to your stuff on the show post for this episode. And for everyone else, we want to hear from you too. So please send your comments on Facebook or Instagram to @SongTalkRadio, or send us an email, feedback@songtalk.ca. And be sure to check out our YouTube channel for live performance videos and full episodes. And subscribe today to the Song Talk Radio podcast on your favorite podcast provider. And please support us at our Patreon page. You can visit songtalk.ca/support. Thank you to everyone who supported us so far. And please join us at our next monthly Song Talk meetup. Whether you're in Toronto for our in-person meetups or anywhere in the world for our online meetups, it's free to join on Eventbrite and free to attend the meetup. Bring a song and a lyric sheet and get constructive feedback from other songwriters. Visit songtalk.ca/meetup to register. You can follow me at neilmodi.com. You can follow Phil.
PhilEmery.ca.
And Mia, what's your favorite social media platform? Where do you post the most?
I'm posting most on Instagram. So MIAKKELLY. Yeah.
Right on. Okay, be sure to stop by the website songtalk.ca to browse past shows and find out how you can be a guest. Thanks for tuning in, and keep on writing. Okay, that was great.
Yeah, great. And a great tune, too.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thanks so much for having me. Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm actually, I heard about you because yeah. What's that?
Say it again, sir.
I'm going to try that tuning, I think.
Yeah, you should. It's great.
Yeah.
Like I say, I've heard about you because I'm the webmaster for Next magazine,
Oh, cool.
and we published an article
Yeah.
about your EP, and I just happened to hit the Spotify, and I was like, hey, this is actually pretty good.
Oh, thank
see if I can track it down for the podcast.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad it worked out.
Yeah, and you were very easy to find online, which I appreciate. Sometimes you hit an artist and you just cannot find them anywhere, which is astounding, but I don't know.
I know. It's kind of our job to be findable, you know? So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised at how many people don't, actually.
Yeah.
You know, they're not good at being found. It's kind of a major problem.
Yeah. Well, I've got a good team around me, and they help me be found.
Obviously.
That does help.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, because in this day and age, everything you have to do, every bloody thing yourself, right?
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. It's a tough slog.
Yeah.
So we usually get this out on Tuesday. Yeah. We usually get this out on Tuesday or Wednesday, and if we do, we'll send you an email, and if you could pass it along your peeps, that would be great.
Awesome. Yeah, I've got a newsletter and stuff, so I'll make sure to include it on the next.
Wicked, cool.
Yeah, and if you know somebody who'd like to come on the show and talk about songwriting kind of things,
cool,
and geek out, send them our way.
Cool, I will do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Do you want to come back at some point and talk about one of your Francais songs? Then
that'd be great. Anytime.
You can do that too.
Yeah,
all
would
right.
love to. Sweet.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you both.
Take care.
All right. Thanks,
Bye
man.
now.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.